because I mean through the week it's always been said by the Boks that the focus is on the team. But how are you individually challenging the fact that a lot of the attention from this from here has been spoken about it with regards to one's health, to one's fitness?
Yeah, World Player of the Year. If you have that title, you are a special player. He's proven it playing for Toulouse and for the French team. Every game he plays is some highlight reel of a magic moment, cross kick or pass or pulling someone back over the try line. So he is an unbelievable player. We haven't spoken a lot about the fact if he's going to play or not. We're just focusing on how we have to prepare, how our systems work, and what we need to do in the game to be, to make our systems work and our plans work.
A question for Bongi. The last time you played France at the Stade de France, you obviously went off the field with wonderful emotions. Have you banked any of that? Do you think you can maybe count some of that going into Sunday?
Yeah, I think 2018, a long time ago. But yeah, a special game, a special stadium. The atmosphere is definitely going to be different this Sunday. But yeah, good memories from that game. We know they're not the same team that they were then. They've been working hard. They're good forwards back, very well coached. So yeah, we're expecting a total different challenge, and obviously that atmosphere is going to be way different than it was in 2018.
You were a coach in South Africa. A lot has been said about the French being prolific in the first 20 minutes of a game, where they get the advantage and the crowd gets behind. How much of an emphasis has there been in trying, from your guys, to try to stifle for those first 20 minutes to keep the crowd a little more quiet and maybe get points yourselves and turn the crowd against them and make it a more nervous atmosphere?
I think for us, we'll just take that the atmosphere as it is. We've played them in Marseille, which is a very hostile atmosphere. So I think we've got experience of that. We know it's going to be hostile, but for us as a team, we're going to try and focus on executing our plan. And I think it's going to be very important just for us to shut out the noise from the outside. Even though hostile or defending is going to be, we're just going to try and make sure that everyone has crisp communication to each other and make sure that we execute our plan as a team.
Cobus, can I ask you what it felt like being the odd man out in that 7-1 against Ireland? Did you sort of sit around and look at the rest of the bench and think something different to what you would normally do? Did it feel a little bit odd?
Odd man out? I'm a little bit of a forward myself, I think. I have a wrestle with them every now and then just to keep them grounded. No, it's that's the plan of the coaches, and we all buy into it and have our role to play. So sitting there with a 6-2, 5-3, 7-1, it's all the same. If you have to go on and do a job, you have to go on. It can be in the first minute or last 5 or 10 minutes. You still have to do a job.
Cobus, I'm sorry, I came back to Antoine Dupont, but the duel between Antoine Dupont and Fartogard is going to be one of the biggest piece of the result. What are the main difference between those two players, and what are the key of this duel?
Yeah, they're both great players with ball in hand, kicking game, everything. I think the difference is the way the teams play. France go and play a lot of offloads, balls over the top, cross kicks from him, where we just might do it from 10. So they both can do the same thing. It's just game plan that differs, I think.
Well, Bongi, you were obviously part of the 2019 team that won the World Cup. How inspiring is that for yourself, and how driven are you to try and do it again this year?
Definitely very inspiring. We know that we are the defending champions, and we know that we have a huge task playing the host nation again in the quarterfinal. It's very exciting. We do take confidence from that, but I mean, as I said, that's 4 years ago. Rugby has changed, players have changed. Players are fitter, stronger, bigger. So yeah, we also have to work hard on ourselves, make sure that we are prepared for the game.
Cobus, another playoff game is a playoff game, but what makes a quarterfinal so different from a semi-final? Because if you lose a semi, it's still painful, but there's the consolation of a third place player. But a quarterfinal, you lose, you go home, you win, you go through. What makes juggling a quarterfinal different to a semi-final?
I'm going to talk what it is for our team, and there's actually no difference. We want to win every game. If we lose a quarterfinal, we lose the semi-final. That's not even in our vocabulary. So we are just training on what we need to do and focusing on how we prepare. Because if we do that well, we will get our straps on game day. And then playing a third and fourth playoff, I don't think that's not why we at the World Cup, or that's not why anyone is at the World Cup. One other thing.
A question for both of you guys. Could you please describe the scrum French side with your hooker eyes and with your scrum half playing in France? Yes.
From a scrum half's point of view, we don't know a lot of what's going on there. I just know from playing in France, it's something they pride themselves on. It's huge players all the time. You don't have anyone small in that pack in the French team. So set piece for us is going to be, we're going to have to make a statement there. Otherwise, it's going to be back football, and that's not something we want to evolve together.
Yeah, I think from a hooker's perspective, I think they do depend a lot on their big foot back. They do a very good scrum coach. They've been scrumming very well throughout the whole competition. So yeah, we've been obviously analysing them, analysing the pack. But I mean, analysing can just do so much. You have to go out there and actually train, and actually do the scrums live, and that's where we also pride ourselves as Africans. But yeah, it's going to be a massive challenge, and I'm looking forward to it.
Bongi, yeah. Do we have to expect the same kind of game than last year in Marseille? With the same intensity, the same level of...
I think the intensity is going to be way much more than Marseille. Marseille was just end of year test match. It's also a test match, but I mean in the quarterfinal. So there's a lot on the line. And both teams knows there's a lot on the line. So yeah, it's definitely a different atmosphere, a different intensity, 100%.
En français?
Cobus, in French.
Ces phases finales, c'est les derniers matchs du tandem Jacqueline Habert, Racier Erasmus. Est-ce que vous pouvez parler de la relation entre ces deux hommes?
Both of us. The relationship between they've come a long way together. They've come a long way since Cheetah days, back in the days. They've been coaching together for a very long time. I'll say the relationship is a good one, and they also inspire us to be very close knitted together as players. We know some days we actually want our own space, but they do bring a massive vibe to the team in their own ways, in their own different ways. And I mean, as players, we do enjoy it. We do enjoy their friendship. We do enjoy the way we can freely communicate to them. And it's actually been awesome just to have them both together and waiting for them.
Bongi, the French obviously have the backing of a partisan home support they obviously expect in this World Cup. How big a factor is that, and how important is it that you guys try and silence them?
I mean, the atmosphere was, we said earlier, it's going to be massive. We've tried to stimulate it in the trainings that we experience in the week, so when it comes to the match, it's not something new that shocks you. We know it's going to be sold out. We know that start singing and everything like that. We're just gonna embrace it and try to focus on our game plan.
Like you say, simulated, have you had noise in the training?
Yeah, 100%. We've had noise in the training. We've tried to just make sure that when it comes on Sunday, it's not the first time that you experience it. We've had to try the whole week. You know exactly what you experience, and then just try to focus on executing our game plan.
Valen from Newsroom Africa. Maybe just to expand a little bit on that, and both of you can offer your comments on it. How you mentally get engaged and manage your emotions during this knockout stage and this knockout week leading up to the test match?
We all know, everyone knows it's a quarterfinal and there's a lot to play for. We just try to keep emotions out of it, because emotions take you off task. We spoke about it today, that we all have a job to do, and we stay on our job, and that's how our system functions. So take emotion out of all of it. We going there Sunday to do a job and to put our performance on the pitch that we can be proud of, and the 60 million back home can be proud of. That's all we're focusing on.
Yeah, 100%. Exactly what Cobus mentioned there. I mean, back at home, we've got 60 million South Africans who are looking for hope and looking for inspiration. And I think we take that on ourselves. Not as pressure, but as a massive privilege and a massive honor. And we just obviously different players have a different way of preparing, but we make sure that once we're together and on the way in the bus, you do what you have to do. But when you get to the change room, it's just about the Springboks and just about South Africa.
Bongi, in yesterday's press conference, France's sports coach William Sava said the Boks can be violent, and that was probably a reference to the physicality and intensity that the football forwards play with. Is that him giving credit to you guys in terms of how determined you are to get your task through?
So we can be violent.
Can be violent, yes.
First time I did it, but we obviously South Africans should pride ourselves on being physical and very confrontational. But we know the French pack also they also like being confrontational. So we definitely can embrace that, and we definitely are going to express ourselves as Africans, as the way we express ourselves, but also within the spirit of a rugby game. It's a rugby game, it's a collision sport, and we also love the collisions. So I don't think they're going to back off, no matter what manner they want to put it. It's a rugby game, it's a collision sport, and it's something we love doing.
Bongi, is there anything you can take out of the 2019 experience playing the home nation, preparing for? It's obviously a very emotional occasion for them as well. Is there anything you can take out of that experience in terms of the preparation that you can apply this week?
Yeah, I think playing the host nation, obviously Japan was Japan, and I think you know how the Japan people are. They actually take effort to learn the South African national anthem word for word. I think they sang it better than we did, and playing France in France in the quarterfinal, it's going to be a total different experience. But for us, as Cobus said, we just try and keep totally focused on ourselves, and we know that we just have to embrace every moment and make sure that what we do is on task.
Thank you, Bongi and Cobus.